Hello, hello, hello. We'll be doing the energetic sign session today. I'm like a little bit lost. Um, I was feeling a bit of a headache today, and the energy has been a little funky. So there's some bursts of energy where you feel like very, very, very nostalgic, but also like at the same time, like kind of like pushing yourself out of your comfort zone, but like you feel like you're not doing anything. It's like there's stagnancy, but there's not stagnancy, because like if you're really, really in tune with the energy, you feel things moving, you feel things happening, you feel things going. So energetically, I feel like there's a lot of creative thoughts happening, creative juices flowing, and those are going to be put into play. Archangel Michael, please protect us as we channel the energy for the energetic sign of Libra. Those in the energetic sign of Libra, they want me to let you know that the opposite sign would be Aries, and that represents me. Libra symbolizes a we. So that could be the ultimate shift. The shift into justice, the shift into consciousness, the shift into harmonious relationships, partnerships. Libra governs what many would call indecisive. I just don't think Libras are indecisive. I feel like Libras like to get their way. But they're charming, they're diplomatic, they can be romantic, but then also they aren't great listeners. The thing about it is they can be really idealistic, but when in balance, they can be fair, sociable. If they're not in balance, they can be manipulative, avoidant of conflict and confrontation. They can be compassionate, impatient, and understanding. And I find that those in Libra energy are very attuned to what's going on and seem to be very fair. But the energy of Libra for the ethers is all about Christ consciousness and justice and tipping the scales. I don't know. So I feel like whoever's watching, maybe you could ask yourself sometimes, like, I see so many people around me in my energy that it goes well for them, and things don't seem to go well for me. Well, I've learned that the devil's a liar, and the devil will lie for as long as God will allow it, right? And so we have the wrath of God. If you haven't felt it, I mean, you're going to feel it. I'm sure you have already kind of sensed something's not particularly the same. So that's what I'll say about that. Let's see what Libra's dilemma is in the full moon in Leo energy. We're kind of, I'm feeling, okay, energetically, to be shifting a little bit out of that and into more of the Aquarius season feeling. But many of you could still be feeling the energy of the full moon in Leo. I can only go by that. It could be shifting me out just because oftentimes that happens when there's a premonition coming, okay, or there's premonitions, or whatever source wants you to know, whatever spirit wants you to know, that's what's going to happen. All right, that's what they're gonna do. And that's why these readers are here. So there's a need for protection. They're wanting me to mention rosemary oil, and then Relax. They're telling me something about the Wheel of Fortune. I don't know if they're talking about the actual show. I don't even know if that show's on it anymore. I'm going to go ahead and use my elixir, so kind of help me with this headache. It's probably like a spiritual headache. I don't know. Could be tapping into somebody's energy. Sometimes it's just empathy, but then also it could just be the growing pains of spirituality. All right. If you ever need an elixir, you can go to my website, email me, text me, let me know. I can make one just for you, guided by Spirit, the Most High, for your needs. So let's go ahead and consult the rune cards. You know, no, they want me to do the crystals. Hold on a second. That's probably why they have me do rosemary. So I'm gonna get some lavender for these babies. All right. You know, lavender brings forth things in purity. Mother and Father God, Holy Spirit, archangels, those of the highest white light who walk with me every single day, thank you for being here today. Thank you, thank you, thank you. All right, let's see what's in store for the energy of Libra. I'm already getting the rune Gabo, and Gabo, the symbol looks like an X. It has to do with your own gifts and talents. This could have to do with your career. This could have to do with a romantic partnership. It could have to do with your children. But in general, it talks about relationships, sacrifice, the way you interchange energy with others, and contracts and partnerships. So there could be, when we talk about contracts, we could be talking about a partnership with a business. We could be talking about a divorce. We could be talking about a marriage. And this could be in the ethers or in the 3D. Okay, so it could have to do with past life situations, past situations in general in this life, or just things in your family tree. Okay, so it just seems like here there is a time of honor, justice, leadership, and authority that's kind of coming down. You could be feeling that, especially in the world of politics, because I feel like politics, even though you don't care about it, some of you, it seems to trickle down. Everything seems to trickle down from politics instead of actually trickling down from the Most High, right? So you can see that there are things that are trying to be balanced out through even the evildoers, which is going to be great because there are things that need to be changed, and especially when it comes to the children in society in general. But we won't get into politics. It's just an example. Do not shoot or hurt or take digs at the messenger. That's his eye. Okay. There is a sense of abundance, wealth, goals being realized, but then there's also kind of a hint of not having the inspiration or the endurance, and there's some sort of need that's needing to be filled here. Okay. Let's see. I don't know if you're fasting. You told me to mention that. Fasting and praying, fasting and meditating, fasting to detox your system, detox what's around you. But then also it's kind of philosophical, right? You could be fasting from people. Like, what do I mean by that? It's like, okay, you're kind of like, do I want to talk to X, Y, and Z person today? You know what? Let's see what happens tomorrow. Because you want to see how do you feel without these people. And if you haven't been doing that, like I said, this could be future influence, past influence, or present. It just depends on where you're at. Remember, this is a general reading. Take what resonates and or share the rest. You never know who you can help. All right, let's see. So we've got the torch. So we have Kanaz, okay? And Kanaz tells us that vision, revelation, creativity, technical ability, okay? And then that's going to fall in your dilemma. So let's see what exactly could be what's going on with the torch. What is guiding you, or what are you being guided towards that maybe you have resistance towards? Let's see. Peace, prosperity, fruitful harvest. What I say earlier, Gabo, symbol of the X. They are saying, yeah, that's the dilemma. You're being guided towards your talents. You're being guided towards union. You're being guided for giving and offering, generosity, marriage, sacrifice, divorce. That's what we were talking about earlier. Okay, so that's where you're being guided, and that is your dilemma. Let's see. There's a sense of a breakthrough on something. There's also an awakening, which is going to help the entire universe, the entire earth, with the breakthrough that is going to come through. A lot of people are not going to see it like a breakthrough. They're going to see it more like, oh, well, here we go. You know, people telling us what to do. There could be a vaccine in the future as well. I'm only talking about that right now because I was talking to my spiritual mentor, teacher, guider. She's just beautiful, wonderful. And she was telling me about that. And so it came to mind right now because it's something that her and I was talking about. So we won't get into that. But that could be a part of the politics. That could be a part of the breakthrough. And also, many of you are embarking on something new. Okay, so let's see. Let's see what room they're going to give us. We have Righto. And Righto has to do with journey. Specifically, when they talk about Righto in tarot, it's the Chariot. So we have travel, journey, evolution, depending on what this is hitting for you. This is a factor in your vision, in your dilemma, in where you're being guided and what you should be choosing. So it has to do with growing in, if you're talking about romantic love, if you're talking about, you know, a marriage, if you're talking about the divorce, if you're talking about anything, relationships. So, you know, this is a part of your journey. Whatever happens, things are exactly as they should be. As long as you're doing things from a heart space, right? Let's not forget that. So, like, if you're in a bad situation, obviously, if you're in a domestic violence situation, and you do not feel safe, you know, you can call 911. But also try to get help. And I think you can actually dial 211 to get information about shelters or just get help with any type of counseling. So I don't know why that's coming up, but that's coming up for somebody. But just know that, like, that's definitely something that, you know, it happened, but it doesn't mean you have to keep putting up with it. It doesn't mean that you don't need to be free, because, you know, Gabo here also is talking about the dilemma being a sacrifice. Don't sacrifice yourself or your self-worth for somebody else, whether it be verbal abuse or physical abuse, or like, oh no, he just shoved me, it doesn't matter, or she just shoved me, because you know, I do feel a masculine energy here. So let's go ahead and clarify Righto. Can we clarify Righto, please? Clarify Righto. Clarify Righto. All right, so we have to clarify Righto, we have Isa, and the symbol for Isa is ice. And you know, here it's talking about concentration. because sometimes when we get Issa, it's about stagnancy. Also, it's about going with the flow. But I literally drawn to concentration, force, ice, and looking at the energy of a force, and knowing that ice is not permanent unless it stays in the freezer, right? Ice is going to be ice as long as it's in the freezer. As soon as you take it out, put it in a drink or start chipping at it or whatever, it changes, but it's still ice. Technically, it's really water. And so maybe the element of water here is going to help you. So cleansing, purifying. What does that mean? Cleansing those people out of your energy, cleansing that thing, that person, place, or thing. I remind you, general reading. If you want a personal, just go to the description box below and go ahead and get a session. If you have any questions about the session because you've never done one before, be happy to give you a 15-minute phone call, and we can, discuss any logistic questions. All right, let us see. What is your advice? I'm feeling the U tree. I was strength, reliability, trustworthiness in the energy, in the Most High, in the new beginning, in the growth, in Berkano, and knowing that ancestrally you are protected, but it's kind of like this, the journey, it was not just yours. The journeys go back generations. So whatever it is that there's justice for, it's not just justice for you, it's going to be justice for generations before you and generations to come. And you reap what you sow. So depending on what side you're on, but I usually read for high vibing. But sometimes we are in low vibration. It doesn't change our vibration completely. It just means we're having one of those days. And we're human, so that's going to happen. All right, let's see. Gabo comes out again. See, Gabo, okay. So, talents, union. So it's kind of like this merging, right? This merging of mankind in your life, the self. Knowing your enemies, right? And that puts me in the mind of Manaz. A new kind of social order, if we're talking about the earth, the universe, and the shift, the reset, whatever you want to call it. And then there's just this feeling of untamed potential that comes with this feeling of justice. Okay, so just read the energy good. See what you're seeing in your dreams, seeing what, flowing with the water gives you. Okay, let's see. Let's go ahead and clarify Gabo for the advice. Let's clarify Gabo for the advice. Let's clarify Gabo for the advice. And we have Ewaz. And the symbol for Ewaz is horse, freedom, liberation, but also progression, a journey, a progress, the transition. So it's going to depend upon whether or not, like I said, where you're at is whether it's going to be the journey, right? We even have right over here, or it's going to be progress, or you are in the transition. So it doesn't literally have to go that way, but it definitely here, it's announcing a change, and it's announcing a change in your union, your hospitality, your generosity, your marriage, your sacrifice, a change in mankind in general. Okay, so let us see how we are going to end for you, Libra. We end with Wonjo. And Wonjo is comfort zone. The symbol for Wonjo is comfort zone, joy. Many of you could be pushed out of your comfort zone or thrown out of your comfort zone. It just kept moving. So let's go ahead and see what else they have for that. But definitely feeling joy, comfort, pleasure. Some of you may be being pushed out of that, but it's for your own greater good of growth. Okay, so let's see what they clarify One Joe with. Can you clarify One Joe? Can you clarify One Joe, please? We're going to have to pay attention to the one that fell. If I can actually find it. Round and round and round you go. So I don't know if there's something that's going to be repeated or something that's an illusion, because I don't see anything. I don't see a card that fell. So maybe a card didn't fall. I'm going to get up and make sure, because I literally felt something flip out of my hand. Aha, it is. It's under there. It's like camouflaged. So something out of your reach, something out of your grasp, because I can't reach it. But it does look like it's on Zeus. Oh, that's crazy that would come out twice. That is very interesting. You guys see me trying to reach this thing? Yeah, I got it. You're gonna have to put your back into it. Because that's what I had to do. I'm like, really? I can't even pick this up. This is crazy. Hold on, I'm coming. Okay. This is what fell. So you got 2. I don't know. So when I said that, I had the song, I got 2 lovers and I ain't ashamed. 2 lovers and I love them both the same. But it could have to do with yourself, right? So look, on Zeus. Oh, they look alike, but they're not. It is an illusion, because one's on Zeus and one's Fehu. On Zeus has to do with communication, and Fehu has to do with ancestors, livestock, abundance, energy, foresight, fertility, creation. Interesting. So some of you are being pushed out of your comfort zone, but then some of you may stay in an illusion. So for those of you who are going to be okay with being pushed out of your comfort zone, you know, there's prosperity, all right? Because that's basically what sums up Fehu, is fertility, prosperity, security, success. And then on Zeus is communication. It's kind of like, I'm feeling like it's inspiration, true vision, and being pushed out of your comfort zone. But beware, something seems like something that it's really not, because you see those 2, they look the same. All right, and then let's see what your full moon and Leo message is. Very, very interesting, that was. Let's see what your full moon and Leo message is, and then we'll close. All right. I like it when thing that happens. I like it when a plan comes together. That's from the 18. I don't know. I mean, guys, I'm old, okay? So, and like, your ancestors are really, like, sometimes they just be talking, I don't know, they just be talking crazy. They just, dun, 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 dun. I don't know. There's an announcement. There's something is coming. I don't know. We have meditate and contemplate. The answers you need are coming. I said something's coming. Oh my gosh, this is crazy. And look, this is stuck together. Conclusions are within reach. I just want to like pause for a second on this one, because this just really that messed with me. Okay, meditate and contemplate. Answers you need are coming. Full moon in Gemini, and that is your full moon message in Leo. And let's see what they're going to leave you with as far as advice. The phases of the moon when it comes to your talents. That is very interesting. And the number 16, third eye. So And I was talking about the phases of the moon. I was actually talking about watching the mutable signs and watching the waxing and the waning moon. Okay, so that's coming back again. We have things coming down since the eclipse and communication. So for you, it's meditate and contemplate. The answers you need are coming for those awaiting justice in general as well. That's what I get. But some of you are already coming. You could be dealing with a Pisces. And then I also do get some Capricorn energy. Yeah, so if you want a reading, just go down to the description box below, especially if you have lingering thoughts on your mind or you want to clarify anything. You can go to the description box below and schedule your session. Thank you for watching. I appreciate you. I hope I helped heal at least one person in the world today. And those in Libra energy, I sure hope it was you. Bye!